Okay, voice and stuff is working. Get my head on. Okay, there we go. Right. Hi, and here we go again. So, more carrier landing practice. Let's get main battery on, APU on. I'm afraid it's going to be more of the same this evening, but I kind of got bitten by the bug at the moment. There we go, that's a good position. Right, let's get the engine spooling up. Let's have the canopy down before it gets too noisy. Check. Hello, everyone. Right, that's working. Right, let's get stuff turned. Whoop. Get you turned on. Let's see what the fuel is like. Engines are spooled up. Turn the APU off. So some lights on, because that just seems like a friendly thing to do. Okay, APU's down. Let's get some nav, and let's have comms, ATC, and that must be where we are. Right, so yes, more of the same tonight. I just want to see if I can do the carrier landing. I had more feedback and comments from Lassie, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, who was ever so kind and
copy. Taxi to runway 20.
left some great information and kind of prompts and the like for how to achieve carrier landing. So I'm going to try and apply some of what was said. Weirdly, in the last half hour I've been looking for YouTubes on tutorial, and unfortunately I don't want to say there aren't any, but I don't seem to be able to find any. I found
Bravo 1-1 tower cleared for takeoff at runway 20.
I found one okay one, but it seemed to be from a good while ago, because it seemed to be like in the corner of the video it said it was a early beta of VTOL VR and everything as well. So cancel, we're going to go for the aircraft carrier in a minute. So yeah, oh no, I want to zoom out. Okay, yeah, they're just out over there. So while some of the general principles made sense, in terms of actual display and the HUD and things wasn't quite there. I should probably maybe go looking at a wiki or whatever, because Lassie did mention a couple of things on the HUD that I'm not sure I quite understood what they were referring to, but I'm going to have another go. Should probably put some flaps down. I forgot. Ah well, it's not like we don't have power. Gear up. So yeah, I'm just going to have a few more runs at this. I'm definitely bitten by the bug now. I want to get this correct. Or at least get myself into a position where I'm having a reasonable chance of doing it. Okay, carrier.
Bravo 1-1 cleared to land on the carrier.
So, one key thing that I got from the video, which is something I kind of half knew anyway from stuff I've read before, and it may even have been Lassie commenting on an older video of mine from like a year back, and that is kind of trying to keep the aircraft, keep its attitude such that the angle of attack indicator is about where it is now. Yeah, kind of part way between 5 and 10, you know, around about 7, 7.5-ish, that kind of thing. But also keep the aircraft carrier, which I'm so busy talking about, forgotten that's where I'm supposed to be going. Keep the aircraft carrier that's sort of same distance below the horizon line, which might be interesting because I don't know, maybe I'm sat a bit too low or something. I feel like I'm actually in a good position, but I feel like if I had it like that I wouldn't be able to see it very well, but we'll see. Right, let's put the gear down. I'm going to go full flaps this time. Let's get the hook down. I'm not entirely sure how well lined up I am at the moment. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. Let's get the colour. Make that the centre of interest. Try and get ourselves. Okay. Concentrate on flying the aircraft, Dave. I've lost the forward. There we go. Gone too far off again. I'm just trying to get the targeting pod on the carrier, so I can kind of gauge. There we go. Right, okay, well, we knew this anyway, but I'm well off to the left because I'm far too busy faffing around. Okay, but I've got most stuff set up now, so let's try and calm down, get ourselves in the corridor and come for a run in. I feel like if I keep the angles about right, I'm actually going to struggle to see the carrier in the hood. I need to sit up a bit. That's what I need to do. Yeah, I actually can't. I actually can't see properly. Whoa, not watching my speed. Wasn't watching my speed. Right, let's just rein that in. So if I keep the nose about, I'm not even managing that yet, but if I was to keep the nose about 7.5 degrees, but try and get the aircraft carrier at about 7.5 degrees below the horizon line, which is the video I was watching, I'd struggle. Now, Lassie did say that there was, yeah, I kind of want to be coming at, 3 degrees, which is kind of normal for any kind of landing.
Bravo, 1-1, call the ball.
Come way off to the left. I was so busy paying attention to the HUD and everything, trying to figure that out. Way too high. Way too high. Okay, this is definitely going to be a go around, I think.
You're high. You're high. You're high. Right for lineup. You're high. Ready for lineup. Wave off, wave off.
Yeah, that was definitely going to be a wave off. Also, paying attention to...
Climb and return to the holding pattern. Wait for clearance.
sort of,
Bravo, 1-1. Cleared to land on the carrier.
so I'm a little confused about the left for lineup, right for lineup thing, just because I got the impression from the comment that I read that you should kind of read it the opposite of how it sounds. But if I was to read it the opposite of how it sounds, it would be sending me in the wrong direction. Because when I hear right for lineup, I'm hearing I should be turning right, or, you know, kind of pulling more to the right, and that certainly seemed to be the case just then. I was off to the left and needed to be coming to the right, so I think I've not properly comprehended what was being said in the comment. And also, again, the comment seemed to be suggesting that the too high, too low thing should be read the opposite. But I think I've not properly comprehended or remembered what was being said there as well, because, I mean, when I was being told I was too high, it was definitely too high. And I felt like I needed to, you know, kind of drop my speed, maybe even drop my nose at that point. So yeah, I think this is part of the problem with sort of reading information on how to do something like this is I find it's one of those things that's actually quite hard to carry into the situation. You know, you kind of read that stuff and then you get your headset on and you get all set up and all that kind of stuff and everything. And then to actually come in and apply it, I find really quite tricky. Just because, you know, it's like I've sort of forgotten it. Drop all the stuff. I feel like it's one of those things where an actual in-cockpit tutorial would be really good. I don't think there is one for carrier landings. But here we go again. We're going to try again.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
We're getting a bit too fast.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Turn in the corridor.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Watch my speed. Still a bit left. Let's come right a bit. Hooked onto the wrong aircraft there. Wrong boat, I should say. Okay. Keep saying aircraft when I mean boat, and actually, when I say aircraft meaning boat, what I actually mean is aircraft carrier. Brains all over the place. Okay. Just need to bring it a little more right. See, I think this 7.5 degrees thing doesn't make sense. Maybe it's for a different aircraft or something. Because I now look like I'm a bit more 3 degrees either way, I'd say. And that looks better. Feels better. It feels a bit more calm and in control. I'm off to the left a bit. I've also got the yellow circle there. So I've got hook down, got flaps down, got gear down. Still a bit to the left. Speed's kind of steady. Try and bring it more right. feels like the most controlled approach I've had yet. Right, the strip isn't exactly vertical yet. So I still need to come right a bit, I'd say. Right, going to start coming in a bit. Oh, I think I've just seen this E-bar thing that Lassie was mentioning. I'm not entirely sure how to read it though.
Bravo, 1-1. Call the ball.
Okay, still 2 left. Let's try and...
You're high. Ready for lineup. You're high.
No.
You're high. Wave off, wave off.
Completely lost it right at the last moment.
Climb and return to the holding pattern. Wait for clearance. Bravo, 1-1. Cleared to land on the carrier.
I wasn't losing height quick enough right at the end. Probably needed to pull back on the speed. But that felt a lot better. That felt a lot tidier and a lot more controlled. And interestingly, that really felt like really the first time that I've actually managed to fly in a controlled way with full flaps as well. Let's just bring ourselves out a wee way. What I'll do is put landing lights on. I feel like that's important. I feel like I'm committing to the landing this time. Okay. It's be nice if I could get the turn into the corridor right first time. Ah. It was really awkward when it disappears on you like that. Let's just come over this way a wee bit. Gear down, flaps down, hook down. Going a bit too slow. There we go. I'm not entirely sure what the stall speed of this thing is. Right, so I see the E thing. Oh, I'm way off to the left. Let's actually come right over, rather than trying to do this at the last minute. I feel like at the moment a lot of my problems are related to actually just lining up with the deck. Right, bring it round, bring it round, bring it round. Okay, that's a bit better. A bit too fast, I think. How have I managed to pull left again? Is that damn boat turning? Let's pull right. I don't know how I managed to get so far left of it. I swear it's turning on me. Okay, hooks down, gears down. Full flaps. Feel like I'm in control.
1-1. Call the ball.
Off to the left a bit again, I feel. Nose looks good. I need to kill my speed.
You're high. Right for lineup. Right for lineup. Lined up.
This is feeling better.
Lined up. One wire. Welcome back. Follow the taxi path to your parking area.
Okay, okay, that felt really good. Okay, let's get the wings up for a second. I did it. I did it. That felt slow and controlled, and yeah, made sense. Okay, I think that's the soonest I've managed to do a landing in my practice.
Ready to rearm and refuel.
Okay, fuel's good. I'm just going to park up here a second. Just going to park there. There we go. Just need to adjust my headset. There we go. Oh, wow, that felt really good. I mean, once is a fluke. I need to keep doing that now, but suddenly I feel like I got a better, well, I feel like I got a better feel for it now. Interestingly, there's 4 wires there, so I think I actually did manage, when there was a wire missing when I was streaming last night, I think maybe I actually did break a wire. I wasn't sure if the game actually, fully modelled that. Right, what I want to do is comms, ATC, aircraft carrier, and I want to take off.
Bravo 1-1. You're cleared to taxi to Camp 1.
Which one's that one? Normally there's a marker. No, I think it's that one over there, isn't it? Why am I not seeing? Yeah, normally it drops a little thing on it. Right, anyway. break off. So I got the first wire. I seem to remember, I'm sure I've read, you know, years ago when I was playing, you know, kind of like in the early 2000s, playing flight sims and things. I'm fairly sure I remember reading the ideal is to catch the second wire, but I'll take it.
Bravo 1-1, locked in. Throttle down and run your launch checklist.
Wing hold.
Okay, right, we're in place. That's off. Full
Bravo
flaps.
1-1, shields up, ready to go.
Wings down. Looking good. Wings are down. Surfaces are working. Right. Flaps. Gear, obviously. Brakes off. Wings down. I think we're good to go. Okay. I don't know if there's a kind of launch trim or anything.
Landing gear.
Should have a look around for that. I don't think I've actually seen any kind of trim wheel or anything like that. Just looking nice around CMS. Flight assist. Oh! Cato trim. That's got to be it, hasn't it? I'll have to remember that next time. Probably means that I don't have to keep my hands, I'll, you know, get my hands on the stick quite so quick. Learning new stuff. Right.
Bravo 1-1, cleared to land on the carrier.
Let's see if we can make this more than a fluke. Well, I hope I can do this again. Do you know what it was? I put the landing light down. Yeah, I turned the landing light on, I should say. That was it. That's what it needed. Told you the landing light made a difference. So what else we got there? G-limit, Cato trim. Fuel port. Oh, for mid-air refueling, presumably. Whoa! Where is that? Don't know where that is. Let's close that. Stop messing about, Dave. Stop messing about. Concentrate on what you're here to learn. Okay. Gear down. Flaps down. Hook down.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Nice, easy
Landing gear.
turn. Shush. Nice, easy turn round to the corridor. Turning too much. Let's turn less. Still out of the gimbal limit on the targeting pod, I think. Wish that wouldn't. disappear like that. It's right on the edge. Oh, letting my nose creep up there. No, it isn't helping, is that's not a centre of interest. There we go. Something I really need to keep an eye on that. I keep forgetting you have to do that. Right. Looking a little bit better on the lineup this time. Maybe actually a wee bit right. Okay, so hooks down, full flaps, landing gear. Nose is up. Speed can come down. Reasonably well lined up. Maybe in danger of creeping left a little bit. I'm sinking a bit too fast now. There we go. So doing my best to try and keep the nose where it is and riding the throttle. Can't really see the aircraft can't really see the aircraft carrier at the moment just because there's so much clutter in the hood over it, but if I'm keeping all the clutter in the same place, that's probably a good thing. I'm drifting left, so let's just bring it right. Letting the nose fall a bit there. A bit of brake, bring the speed down. Probably sinking a bit too fast there. What was interesting was that landing, which definitely felt like my best and most controlled landing yet practicing this. It was surprising just how slow it felt compared to the other landings I've been doing. So yeah, kind of rushing my way in and trying to slam down on the deck is how it's felt before. Right. Strip itself looks pretty vertical. Look like I'm coming in at a reasonable angle. Get the nose up with some speed.
Call the ball.
Need to come a bit right, I think. Okay, so I'm trying to do my best to keep the nose up and use the throttle to control things. Bringing it a bit left.
Lined up. You're lined up.
This is feeling better.
Lined up. Power. Come left. One wire. Welcome back. Follow the taxi path to your parking area.
Okay, two in a row. Okay, hook up. Flaps up. Whoa. Wings up.
Ready to rearm and refuel.
Okay, I think we can safely say that this is not a fluke. I now have a feel for it. So, comms. ATC, aircraft carrier, take off.
Bravo 1-1, you're cleared to taxi to Cat 3.
Thank you, Lassie, if you happen to watch this. Actually managed to talk some sense into me. Oh, we're going to a different cat. Yikes. Damn it. I have to come back around for that. I wasn't paying attention. I'm just going for a wee wander.
Ground crew standing by.
Yeah, I was expecting the cat that I've been using each time so far. Oh gosh, that felt really good though. I actually, it felt very different. It felt very, very controlled compared to my previous attempts at carrier landings. Right, let's just check. Launch bars down. And we're a bit better in our lineup here. Get a catch.
Bravo
There we go.
1-1, lock in. Throttle down and run your launch checklist.
Wings down. Okay, let's go full
Bravo
flaps.
1-1, shields up, ready to go.
Let's have a look at this cato trim. Do we think that that is trimming for catapult? Going to find out. Okay, flaps down, gear down, obviously, launch bars down. I'm not sure if you retract that now, whether the front gear is now locked in and I don't need to, but I'm not going to muck about with that. Cato trim, we're trying out. Wings are down, brakes are off. Okay, we're good to go. I think that's everything. Yeah, let's do this. I'm just thinking actually, just for fun. I've forgotten what it is. There we go. View. Oh no, it's not that. Which one is it? Mode. That looks fun. We'll just pop that one up for a second. Chase cam. Right. Yeah, let's go for it. Aha! Okay.
Landing gear.
That trim thing did make a difference. So that is... Okay, there we go. Right. Okay. Shall we try once more? We're going to try once more. Launch bar up, hook up, flaps up, landing gear up. Comms. ATC nose is dropping, just be careful, just be careful. Aircraft carrier landing.
Bravo 1-1, tower unable.
Why? Oh, I chose cruiser. I don't think I'm that good. It's just aircraft carrier. Hit the wrong button.
Bravo 1-1, cleared to land on the carrier.
Okay. Right, I'm gonna go for one last go. It's definitely shifted quite a bit since I presumably landed. I'm going to guess that's where the TGP stopped tracking when I probably stopped tracking when I landed. It's actually moved quite a bit. I did it. I did it. I actually landed twice in a row. The figuring out the trim makes takeoffs feel a little less awkward and silly. Right. We hands off a second. Oh, speed's coming down. Let's bring it that way a bit. Let's hold our speed and heading and altitude. Oh. Is it going for an altitude? No, there we go. It's holding altitude. Good. Just wanted a proper look around. Never really have a proper look around at this thing. It's amazing how big it is actually. I know it's never really going to show in a flat screen or whatever, but as I'm sat here in my living room, yeah, I kind of feel like I'm flying a fairly small jet, but when I look around, yeah, it's amazing just how big it looks. Right, so let's go. Flaps, gear, hook.
Autopilot disengaged.
Disengage all the things.
Disengaged.
Okay, we did it. Right. Let's come round into the corridor. Bring it around a lot more gently than that, I think. Key sensor of interest. Gotcha. Got this right. I might actually get into the combat side of things. As I said many times before, I'm not massively into the combat side of something like this. I mean, I will play it, it's fun, but I'm not massively into it. I'm much more into the kind of just the actual feel of flying, especially the feel of flying in VR. So something like this just feels great. Yeah, 'cause it feels like I'm actually learning a skill, as it were, you know, kind of really tickling my brain, making it do things, making it pick up knowledge and muscle memory and things like that. But now I feel a bit more in control and feel
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
like I'm less flustered about doing stuff.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
I can almost imagine doing a combat mission or two again. I've done quite a few of the combat missions in this. I've got a whole series of videos where I've had a go at them and everything, obviously. But they always felt a bit kind of fraught. And I never quite felt like I was in control. I mean, it felt fun to do and everything, you know, some aspects of flying those missions felt pretty badass. Well, I'm really losing speed. Let's just fix that. But yeah, I wouldn't say I ever really felt like I was in control. I kind of feel like if you know what you're doing, if you're really in control and you're kind of flying those missions in a good way, then it's going to feel routine doing them, as opposed to kind of fraught and dangerous and things. And it never felt routine. And it's kind of felt like that with trying to do these carry landings. It's never felt routine. It's felt kind of a bit fraught and stuff. And these last couple of landings have felt, yeah, controlled. Nose is dropping just a bit. Right, I really need to bring, oh, coming up, I'm coming up. Don't want to be coming up. I want to come off to the right a bit. And stop waffling on and thinking about what I'm talking about and actually concentrate on flying. Just trying to bring it right a bit. I do seem to have this tendency to drift left. Let's give it a bit of rudder. Try and line up. Speed's creeping up a bit, so let's try and fix that. I feel like I'm sinking a bit too much.
Bravo, 1-1. Call the ball.
Okay, this doesn't feel quite as steady as before.
Lined up. Come left. Lined up.
I feel I can do it though.
Lined up. Come left.
Over T.
Bolter, bolter.
Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it.
Climb and return to the holding pattern. Wait for clearance.
But that
Bravo, 1-1. Cleared to land on the carrier.
actually felt like a good fail, if that makes sense. I felt like I was in control. I didn't quite catch why I didn't get a wire in the end.
Landing gear.
I'll have to... Really? No. I'll have to watch that back. Maybe my nose wasn't up enough or something. But I could, what was interesting was I could actually feel, as I was getting closer, I could feel it wasn't a great landing. It didn't feel... It's hard to explain, but the previous two landings I did, it just felt like I was in this slot, just kind of gliding down, and I didn't really have to do much work. Whereas this time I felt like I was actually having to do some, really having to work to try and make it come into the deck. So that's interesting. It's definitely a case of, I could feel something wasn't quite right that time. And, as it turned out, it wasn't. Right, let's see if we can come round a bit early. Gear. Hook. I did have the hook down, didn't I?
Landing gear. Landing gear.
That would have been embarrassing.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Up, letting the nose dip. try and get lined up. Yeah, actually a little bit disappointed I didn't get it that time. 3 times in a row would have been really nice. I need to try and do something about this tendency to drift left. I think it's in part because the boat is obviously pulling away from me, or I'm chasing it, and the strip on it is at a slight angle. So it could be that that's making me feel like I'm pulling left because I'm doing okay getting lined up to start with, and then the boat's pulling away from me. So probably need to keep that in mind. Presumably the trick is to always aim slightly right of it. Okay, gear down, flaps down, hook down. Yeah, I'm already way too left. Come far too left. Let's bring it round. That was definitely on me. Again, it kind of looks like the boat's turning a little bit. Just when you look at the wake, especially as I look out the window, the wake. No, this is getting really messy. This is not going to be good. I can tell this isn't working at all. The speed's all over the place. I'm way too high.
Bravo, 1-1. Call the ball.
Yeah, this doesn't feel good at all. Nose is too shallow, I feel. Let's have a run in anyway, see what happens.
You're high, right for lineup. You're high, right for lineup. You're high, come left. You're lined up. Power, right for lineup.
Over T.
Bolter.
Damn it. Definitely didn't have my ass down enough.
Return to the holding pattern. Wait for clearance.
I could
Bravo, 1-1. Cleared to land on the carrier.
definitely tell that my ass wasn't right there that time. Ah, this is interesting. So after 2 landings that felt spot on, I've now completely blown 2 of them, and I actually could feel that they weren't right, just even going in. I feel like maybe I'm thinking about them too much now. I should try coming in a bit sooner. Maybe not quite this soon. Whoops. Let's start a turn now. I didn't actually hear if
Bravo, 1-1. Cleared to land on the carrier.
okay, cool. Give me my nav back, I've lost it, there it is. Okay, gear, flaps, Hook.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
I already feel like I'm too high. Let's see how this goes though. Every time I fly this, I keep making a mental note that I'm going to go on Wikipedia or something afterwards and find out why the strips on aircraft carriers are cockeyed. And I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. But I actually don't know. It'd be interesting to know. Okay. Right. Get the nose. Good angle, I think. Watch my speed. Creeping up a bit too much, I feel. Yeah, this is feeling like a better start. So gears down, flaps down, hook is down. A little bit to the left. So let's just come to the right a bit. Right at the moment this feels quite controlled. Well, I can see I'm creeping left again. Just trying to pull right a bit. Nose is coming too far down. It's all falling apart.
Bravo 1-1. Call the ball.
It's all falling apart. Try and loosen that speed. There we go. Get my nose up. Feel like I'm too high. Feel like I've got a good controlled descent, but I'm a bit too high. So it doesn't feel like it's gonna
You're high.
work
Right
yet.
for lineup. You're high. Right for lineup. You're high. Right for lineup. You're high.
Nah.
You're high. Calm left. One wire.
Oh,
Welcome back. Follow the taxi path to your parking area.
why has that gone that colour? Oh, he was actually looking at the yellow paint. That was a lucky landing. That was definitely a lucky landing. Excuse me. Right, flaps up, hook up. Not entirely sure I deserved that. Just because I definitely felt like I was a little bit high right at the end, and I killed the power and let it kind of fall onto the deck. Pulled my nose up a bit as well, I think. I'm going to take it. I mean, these things are equipped with really good undercarriage, right? And all the wires.
Ground crew is on station.
All the wires are intact. Right. Let's do ATC, aircraft carrier. One last takeoff.
1-1. You're cleared to taxi to Cat 1.
Okay, I think Cat 1's my normal one. This time I'm going to head back to the base. See if I can actually land first time. If I land on this thing 3 times, I've done it 3 times in one little stream. I should be able to land on a base that isn't moving, right?
Ground crew is ready on station.
Is this the one I'm going for? Oh no, it wants me to go over that one. Yeah, okay. Using all the cats this time.
Ground crew is ready to set you up.
Did you not hear me ask for permission to take off?
Bravo 1-1, locked in. Throttle down and run your launch checklist.
Let's get those down. Let's put cat trim on.
Bravo 1-1, shields up, ready to go.
Full flaps. Let's go back for nav. Okay, full flaps. Launch bars down. Might need to be up, I don't know. Cat trim. Brakes are off. Wings are down. Okay, I think I'm all good. Everything's working, it seems. Right, we're all good. There we go. Hopefully I haven't forgot anything. We all good, little buddy? Whoa! Did I? Cat trim was on as well. What went on? What happened there? That was interesting. That was interesting. Why didn't it pull up that time? Okay, let's not question that. There's only one to choose from.
Bravo 1-1, tower, copy. Flight heading 229. Expect runway 02, right.
That was interesting though. Why didn't that trim do anything? I wonder what I forgot. Or what I did wrong. Let's just go for a little joyride first.
Pull up. Pull up. Pull up. Altitude. Altitude.
Bravo 1-1, tower, clear to land at runway 02, right.
Altitude. 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 Altitude.
Do you know, probably be less likely to crash if you weren't nagging me.
Altitude. 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 Pull up. Altitude.
Right. Let's see if we can put this thing down first time. Bit of speed brake. Just slow down a bit. Okay. bit high to start this, but let's go for it. Mostly I squandered my time trying to put the camera on there. That's my speed. Okay, go for flaps. Gear. Right, let's try and... I feel like I've rushed this way too much, so this is going to be a go around. I'm already way too high. Way too high. Let's dive down for this. It's just kind of a bit of an air show landing. It's kind of showing off. Wasn't too bad actually. Wasn't too bad at all.
Welcome back. Follow the taxi path to your parking area.
It was not too bad at all. Oops. Let's not drift it. That's really showing off. Okay, well I feel like that was actually pretty successful. A few bum approaches, but even then...
Ground crew standing by.
Put that on. Yeah, even then, I feel like even the bad approaches were still quite controlled, and that last landing was a bit of a fluke. I feel like, yeah, I feel like I was coming in just a bit too much, and I kind of slammed it down. I pulled off on. I feel like I pulled off on the power and pulled the nose back up just to force the hook in that last time. But I got a landing there. So yeah, 3 landings actually done. How many fails? I think there was 4. Was there 4? Can't remember. I'll have to watch it back now. But even the fails definitely felt like they were far more controlled, and waving off made sense. I could feel that going for it, diving for it, you know, trying to just slam it in wasn't going to work. So yeah, that felt a lot better. And if you do happen to stumble across this, get this far into it, Lassie, thank you very much for all the help and advice. I apologise if I didn't quite follow it all fully, but I'm paying attention to, you know, the stuff you've been pointing out and that certainly seems to be paying off. Definitely seems to be paying off. Look, that's not what I wanted. No, I want that. Oh, for goodness sake. Some of these switches can be a little bit fiddly at times. Right, okay. Let's... engine down. Engine down. Don't need the hood on. It's not... grab it, grab it, grab it. It's not doing it. I hate it when it does this. And do that. There we go. You got to get it right on the end. There we go. You can see again now. Right, let's close you down. Let's have the canopy open. Okay. Well, I think I've earned a can of Coke and go chill a bit now. So, was it Thursday? It's a very good chance I won't be in tomorrow evening. I do want to get back to doing a bit of Cube VR, but that's probably going to be by the end of the weekend now. I think I'll get back into Cube VR mode. Having started this, I really wanted to actually carry on and try and actually get to a point where I could do some successful landings. So I may do a little practice stream, not tomorrow night. Friday nights is normally my have a couple of beers, a less than sensible dinner, and watch some movie or something. And of course, it's Obi-Wan starts tomorrow night, so I may be watching that at least with a beer or so. So yeah, I'm unlikely to be streaming this time tomorrow night, but I may stream at some point tomorrow or over the weekend, do a few more practice landings, because I feel like I'm onto something now. I feel like I'm getting the hang of it, and it would be silly to neglect it at this point. I should keep going while I've got a feel for it, and try and really develop the muscle memory. But for now, I think it is time for me to go. So if there is anyone out there, hopefully the chat's working. Sometimes it doesn't. Slightly annoying. But if there is anyone out there watching, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you being there, especially given my minor triumph this time, which is great. And if anyone happens to catch this recording at some point in the future, thank you for watching that as well. And goodbye. And sorry about the noise.